Hey everyone, how you doing? How you doing today? Hello CJ, hello Diane, hey Kevin, Sven, hello Anne, Tokayo. Yeah, what's going on with Tesla? Tesla, Tesla there. Hey Chen, hello Salman, hola Alex. All right, guys. So not too much to say today. Not too much to say. Not sure if you know this, but historically. Hey you, how you doing? No, that's a lie. Putman failed today. Hi Dipti, hey Shoki, hola Gabi. So guys, historically, and this is not something that I just made up. Uh, I was reading about this from Monday, and historically, 9/11 it's a very bullish day. Markets just react well, and I think like 80% of the times or something like that ends green. So today was just a day of observation and processes. Observation and processes. That's all that you needed. That's all that you needed. Being patient and well, let's try to do the right things. Uh, I today I took three trades, and I have one and a half loss. And I'm gonna explain why. All right. Uh, hey Luke, what's up? Hello Sina, Jason, how you doing? Hello Randall. All right, guys, let's go to SPY. Well, just as I was saying, 80 something percent of the times 9/11 just both indices end on the green side. Today was not the exception, unless something like really, really, really interesting happened today. But today is not the exception, right? So we have this breakout here this morning, 9:52. After this breakout, everything was chasing, guys. For being honest, if you guys had something on SPY, everything in my opinion was chasing. Even this one, right? Even this one, I was actually watching this. I was actually watching this because I was like, oh well, 657 is like the top. That has to be the top, right? So I was waiting for like, okay, well let's see how it reacts right here, 656. Maybe just starts going down, something like that. But nope, no. It was just a nice pullback long for SPY out of this previous high of the day, right? So nothing too much to say. Jason, I don't know why it's so hard to trade this month. You think? Yeah, probably. I mean, the price action has been kind of inside of a range. Most of the moves are out of the regular trading hours. So yeah, I mean, I will give you that, Jason. So this month has been hard to trade. Let's say that. Hey Chris, how you doing? All right. So I was saying this, right? I mean, I'm not sure if you were like trying to do something on SPY. The actual only decent entry under the break and retest, I think it's this one here. Not even this one. There was a guy on the Discord telling me like, "Oh, Neto, we had the break and retest of the 1 minute opening range high." Uh, I don't know. Like, I don't like it, right? Like, I mean, it's a break and retest of this 1 minute opening range high, but I don't know. I just don't like it. Can you see that here? Or that's here. I don't trust 1 minute opening range. Yeah, that me neither. Yeah, I don't trust the 1 minute. I mean, sometimes it's kind of for having a reference, but as you know, I rarely have an entry out of the 1 minute opening range. Um, all right, all right, all right. All-time highs. Yeah, exactly, exactly, Chen. So it's all-time highs. You don't have levels. I mean, you need to start. Actually, that's something that I just didn't. I just didn't yesterday. Like maybe I just need to like start trying to move all these. This is 652. Let's do it like here. Okay. So now let's go on serve. All right. So we have 655, 5550, 56, 5650, 57. Can you see? I mean, we just move all of our levels and look at the reactions. Look at the reactions. Look at the reactions. Round numbers, half numbers. Right now, that's all that we have. That's all what we have. It's all-time highs. Uh, do you think, guys, we are gonna see like 700 this year? I don't think so. But I mean, it's just an opinion. It's actually it's not an informed opinion. So I don't know. All right. Jason, I use the average true range to see all-time high setup, but sometimes still not reach ATR level and drop. Yeah. Hello, Francine. Parvinder, half and whole side numbers change the game. Yeah. I'm really glad. I'm really glad. I mean that these kind of observations, guys, are being useful for some of you. Actually, Parvinder just text me on the YouTube channel about how well he was watching these kind of reactions, right? And well, I mean, this is all I have. This is all I have. There's a lot of people using the Fibonacci's. I don't know how to use it like really well. And for being honest, I kind of don't trust the Fibonacci's. It's, I don't know, it's more like sorcery than science, right? Well, no, I'm just kidding. I really don't know how to use Fibonacci's, so that's why I don't use them on all-time highs. And right now, SPY and I think QQQ, I think QQQ is already all-time highs. So it's gonna happen the same thing that happened to me a few weeks or months ago when we had Nvidia at all-time highs, and I was like, oh well, I don't know how to trade this, right? Because I don't know how high can they go. So yeah, probably that's about to start happening to me. But well, as you can see, we just move all these key levels here. Let me take them closer. This is 655. All right, 655. All right. Now we have new levels here. Let's see what happens tomorrow, right? Like let's see what happens tomorrow. So that was for SPY, as I was telling you. The actual any kind of entry point will be this one here, a break and retest of a high of the day. Any other, I don't know, like I wouldn't feel like that comfortable taking that, but good for you if you took something. All right, let's go to QQQ. I'm reading some of you guys were trying this. This was my first loss of the day. This was my first loss of the day. Not sure if you can see here. We were having like this kind of head and shoulders. I mark this area here like kind of the neckline, and when we had this 1021 candle to retest this neckline, and the next candle was like, oh well, this is going south. I said like, oh well, I might take a chance here, but this failed. This failed just a few minutes ago, just a few minutes later. So yeah, that at least we try, right? At least we try. So Parvinder, you took 1234 here. What you tried here? Candle unheld until previous day high. Oh, that was a nice move. Rejection of 584.50. You know what? I'm not sure this is a rejection. Right? I mean, of course it is, but that was just a good observation. That was a very good observation. But yeah, you are right. I mean, this was support, turn resistance, then turn support, then turn resistance, and you took 1234. That was a nice candle here. Maybe you had your risk at the top of these candles, and you said you went all the way to previous day high. That's a really nice trade. From 584.40 to 580. Yeah, that was a nice trade. If you had same day expiration, maybe you had like 50% or 60%. Francine, you took the same loss right here. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I failed with this one. Well, I didn't. It was the market, right? Par something like that. Yeah. That. Look at this. This is a great move. I mean, this is a great move. This is what I like from taking these kind of puts. It's just as we said, from 584.40 to 583.80. That's only 60 cents. But if you have same day expiration and with some good candles, like actually taking down the price, that could be like a 50-60% for sure. That's great. All right. Ken, you try the same thing here? I'm very happy that we see the same thing and love your rule of the 25 stop loss. Yeah, I mean, yeah, depending on your entry, you can have like a 20-25%, and it's a really nice cushion on the move, right? I mean, depending on your entry, because especially on same day expiration, just as we said about options, you want to be right or right out, right? So if it takes too much effort, I prefer to take a loss, like a small loss here, and wait for a better entry. So that's exactly what I did. I actually didn't wait for this candle to close. I closed my trade on this one here because I was being scared of this move, of this being built like a higher low. So I just cut my trade right here, and it was like 20%. Fairosa. We took that trade a few minutes ago. This one here. Nice. Basil, you took 945 SPY short today. Stop out. Yeah, SPY was just ripping. Parv, I was gonna take these head and shoulders as well, but my gut said no. Didn't see good rejection there. You know what, Parv? That's exactly what happened today. I mean, I just started this session telling you like the 80 something percent of the times 9/11 ends on the green, right? So again, that's why I was kind of a bit more aggressive with my stop loss, because everything going south was like, okay, well, I mean, you really need relative weakness but it needs to be like very obvious. It needs to be like very apparent. So I just didn't trust this one thing. I mean, I trust the setup. But once it didn't work like right away, it was like, oh well, I'm just going out. Dian took the same entry on QQQ. Oscar Neto, a good entry for a call on QQQ was on the break and retest of 1031. 1031. 1031. Here? Break and retest of what? I don't get your play, Oscar. Can you rephrase it on the chat? Chris, what do you think on 1022 QQQ showing strength, reclaim of pre-market high? 1022. 1022 right here. QQQ 1022. Oh, Chris, 1022 Chicago 1122. I don't know where, Chris. 1022 on QQQ, reclaim of pre-market high. 1022 here. This is not the reclaim. 1122. Not too far. Are we looking at the same thing? Ramesh, yeah, we actually learned that same thing when we were on another community. I started my trading journey in a community that is called Greystone, with Andy Antiles. They play they played only SPY, starting at 10 a.m. on the 5-minute chart. Just the break and hold of support and resistance. And I met Nick there, and our coach Nick, I'm sorry, Andy, he was the one saying that, like, in options you want to be right or right out. Yeah, so we all adopted that kind of that phrase. Kiran, what is 25% rule stop loss? Yeah, well, that's something that I use. I personally use, Kiran. It's not like a fixed stop loss. But when I'm taking these kind of plays here, like the break and retest of these support resistance flip zone, I usually have a 20-25% stop loss. And the reason of that is because I always prefer to have this kind of loss and re-enter, because when these plays work, I mean they work like really nice. Just as we look on the SPY play, I mean, just like 80 cents can give you like 60% or 70%, depending on how fast the candles travel. So that's why I kind of have this rule for my stop loss on these particular plays. So again, this is something that it's attached to my playbook for this kind of plays. I don't call it like the head and shoulder play, just as some of you are calling it. I kind of like this new name that someone gave like a few days ago. This break and retest of this support resistance flip zone. I know it's a super long name, but I think that's the most accurate to what we do here, because even if it's not like a head and shoulders, once we identify support turn resistance flip zone, that's what we are looking for the retest, right? Like the break and retest. So in this kind of place, I kind of have this hard rule of a hard stop on 20-25%. So if it doesn't work, I'm fine taking this kind of losses, because when they work, they give me, like, I mean, for being honest, like usually the least that I get with this kind of plays is like 50-60%. But I'm starting to trust these plays when they hit the 40% line. So again, I prefer to take 1 or 2 losses on 20%, 25%, because once I take one winning trade, it's gonna recover all of these losses, because this kind of plays, it's always giving me way more than 1 to 3 risk reward. All right. Okay. I took a loss on Nvidia and Tesla. Okay, well, I'll take a look. Chen, yeah, that's my stop loss rule. Dragon AMD puts today. Deuce, I took a 1 minute break and retest and open on what? On here on QQQ Deuce. 1 minute high. Where? Oscar, it was the break and retest of 583. 1031. 1031. Okay. Now I understand. This is the pre-market high. This is the 1031. This reclaim here. All right. Okay, well, I see what you were trying to do. All right. Cheryl, how do I move the TL stock levels closer? I don't get your question. So how do you move the levels, like, closer? Yes. Okay. You come here to the actual indicator settings, inputs, and you come here, and you can move these ones. I have it on the negative 120, because this is, look, because this is my trade review chart. But if I go to the actual one, it shows me like at the right of the last candle. Can you see? And it's just because that's how I move it. Like, okay, so the standard, look at this. The standard is to have these labels at positive 10 or 20, but I have them here on the negative 120. So we can take a look to them during our trade review, closer to the time that we are actually watching. As you can see here, this is 11:30, so it's just closer to 11, right? That's why I have them here. So, but that's how you move it, right? 10:32. Terry, no, it's on the options. Dion, what was wrong with this setup that didn't work? Well, nothing happened. I mean, remember, on trading, everything works sometimes and nothing works all the time. All right. So yeah, it's just a probability thing. That's why. Let me dig deeper here, Dian. That's why it's super important to have your risk reward on place. So most of the times, this setup works for me. And most of the times I have like 40, 50, 60, 70% wins on those contracts, right? So I can afford to take 1, 2, even 3 losses with a 20%. With a 20%, because one win is gonna wipe all of these losses. So that's why the risk reward is important here, and that's why you need to understand that you are not gonna win all of the time, that this setup is not working all of the time. So that, you know, that's the balance between the risk reward and everything, right? And okay, so guys, it's 1:26, and I don't want to miss this is an important announcement. I told you a few days ago that I already launched my website for my trading performance coaching program. So my website, it's pretty simple. It's very basic, but this is gonna be one way to, you know, to have a different way of communication with you. So to incentivize that you go and watch that website, I have a present for you. I have a gift for you, and I'm gonna show you at the end of this session. So guys, if you are interested, it's a gift. It's well, I'm not gonna say, it's gonna be a surprise, but guys, I'm super excited to start formally this new venture. And well, I want to invite you to visit the website. The website link, it's on the video and in the channel description. You can go there later. Don't go away. We still have a few names to watch today, but you can go later and you will see my gift there. It's a small gift, but this is just the very beginning of the journey, and you will be receiving several gifts during the next weeks. So you can go there, take a look to the website, see if you are interested in something there. And well, that was just the advertisement time. But let's continue here. It's just, I'm super excited, and I wanted to share something with you because you are the reason that I'm here, touching other traders' journeys and teaching my everything that I know, and sharing my setups and sharing my experience and my journey. So I'm really excited to share this new venture with you. So there's a few gifts for you. Well, it's just the first gift of many to come. All right. Okay, guys. So let's continue. AMD. Anyone took AMD today? Oh, thank you, Jay. I'm gonna take a look to that. But I mean, you can always send me an email. There's my email. AMD, Randall, AMD 1013. AMD 1013. What is this? Right here. Okay, I see what you tried there, Randall. That's actually a good one. And this is something that I tell you like really often, guys. When you are taking puts, you can be a bit more aggressive on your entries, and it doesn't matter. You are this close to low of the day. Why? Because usually you can have like really good objectives here. Look, for example, here, this actually went all the way to 1 to 3 reward. It actually kept the market structure, and it went lower, right? So you had several opportunities here on AMD. I think the first one is here. This is the break and retest of this previous low of the day. Let's call it an order block here. So you came back, retested. It's inside of this daily gap. Do you remember, guys? These yellow boxes are daily gaps. These yellow boxes are daily gaps. So if you had this entry here, you just waited for market structure to change, and it was all the way to here, right? So this trade was amazing. Randall, you took this break and retest of pre-market low. I like it. Again, you can be more aggressive on your entries here, even if it's low of the day. Why? Because this is having a lot of momentum to the downside, right? So this drop from the very beginning of the day, this drop rejection of 160, it's being a hard punch to the price here. So you still have momentum to the downside. And then you actually had this new break and retest of previous low of the day and more drop. How much of a drop? Look at this. This actually went 124 risk reward rate to trade. I like it. Look, you took it 938. Oh, come on, man. That was a super good entry. The break and retest of the 5-minute opening range. You know, guys, I like to wait 10-15 minutes for my first for my first place. But this was amazing. The only thing here, look, it's oh no, okay. Yeah, no. Okay. Yeah, I was kind of trying to remember what QQQ was doing, but no. You were right. That was a super nice entry. Sniper entry. I like it. QQQ was heading lower. As you can see, QQQ went for this liquidity here, 581.88. This is a previous. I think it's a previous high on the daily chart. 58. Yeah, that was a previous all-time highs, right? That was a previous all-time high. So yeah, that was a super nice entry here. Look, congratulations on this play. So that's why you were not so touched about our QQQ loss, right? Dian 1036. Dian 1036. Look at this. This is a nice break and retest of the previous low of the day. Good play here, Dian. How long you hold this one here? Because I know you guys, you see one candle like this and you just chicken out. Even if you are in profit, you start like, oh no, I need to close my trade because I don't want to leave anything on the table. So talk to me, my friend. How long you held this, Dian? Namosi 938. That's same as Luke. Good one. Very good, Sina. Dragon, you took AMD previous day low. Oof, this one here. I think it's the same play that. So, guys, you are in a rush to jump into a trade. That's nice. That's nice, but it's not that nice. But good job there. Okay. Dian, why don't you have 156.65 as a level? 156.65 as a level. It's right here. It's this gap. I mean, I don't have it as a line, but it is this gap here. 150. Ah, look at this. And also it's a white box here. 156.67. What you said? 156.65. Well, 2 cents. My bad. Yeah, that I mean I just have it here. When I have these boxes, I don't draw the lines. But that's your level here. Right here. Sam, you took AMD off previous day low. The same play than all of these guys. Good one here. Exited pre-market low. Good in this consolidation. Good, good, good. And why you exited there? I mean, you don't need to answer, right? But if you can share with us why you exited there. I mean, market structure is in. Look at this. Market structure is intact. Yes, you are struggling with this pre-market low, but everything is showing you. I mean, not sure if you had this yellow box. This yellow box, it's a gap on the daily chart. So most of the times, once you are like halfway on the gap, they just give you the gap fill. So this pre-market low was a little bit above this one here, but once you break the gap, look at this. I mean, this actually went way lower. You were holding one contract. Okay. That's great. Plan your trade, trade your plan. That's great, Sam. Again, that's the kind of things that I don't know when you tell me like, oh, I entered here, but I exited on this level. I never know. I mean, I can read your mind, but this is a very good reason, Sam. So, and this is a very good lesson, guys. Plan your trade, trade your plan. If your plan was entering here, exiting here, that's perfect. That's perfect. I mean, hey, but it went lower a lot. Well, but Sam had to leave because probably he had a phone call, he had a meeting, he had to like drop their kids on school, whatever. You just plan your trade, trade your plan. That congratulations, Sam. Well done there. Dragon AMD 936. Look, when I see a setup in my pre-market plan, I'm almost always taking it. I love daily gap fill. Yeah. Good job, Diane. Ramesh, no meta trade today. You know Ramesh is the meta king, right? Took Nvidia and break even with AMD. All right. All right, guys. So these are the three different opportunities. I mean, you actually had like more, right? But everything going south was nice. Let's go to Amazon. What happened to Amazon today? So you had Amazon just playing, right? This was a nice break of the daily gap. Good reaction to 30. Bounce here, come back to the opening price, bounce back. Can you see this is the only thing is that you didn't get like the retest. The retest was lower. That's why a lot of traders take the breakout and not the break and retest, because sometimes they just come back. All right. So I didn't see anything like super relevant on Amazon. Anyone took a trade on Amazon today? Gurpreet, do you always avoid trades near open? I do. This is a personal thing, Gurpreet. For example, not sure if you are on the Scarface community. Tony and Jack, they take trade. They love to take trades on the first 10 minutes. For me, it's just too risky. It doesn't fit my playbook. It doesn't fit my risk tolerance, and it doesn't fit my personality. So I prefer to wait. I'm always saying like 10 minutes, but the reality is I'm always willing to wait maybe 15 minutes, because also the 15-minute opening range break, that's something that I like more. Like, I mean, I do like the 5-minute, but I mean, once you break and retest the 15-minute, that's kind of like a safer play most of the time. Gurpreet, I have noticed I took more and bigger losses near open. Yeah, that's the risk, right? That's the risk. If you are not playing with the higher time frame thesis, if you are not like if you are not good preparing the opening drive plays, that's what happens, because usually when you have a reversal on the first 10 minutes, it's like it's what they call this liquidity sweep, and they mostly happen the first 10 minutes. So the actual direction of the indices, and that's the thing. I like to trade with aligned to the indices. So in the first 10 minutes, it's like you don't have a clue of what the indices want to do, right? Uh, look just look just today. Look today. The first 10 minutes, it looked like it wants to go lower, right? It looks like it wants to go lower. But after that, everything was just ripping and ripping and ripping. So that's why I like to wait. But that's a personal thing. I mean, a lot of people in the community, they love the opening drive plays. So yeah. All right. Nothing on Amazon from anyone. What's this? Nvidia. Let's take a look to Nvidia. What we were doing on Nvidia? Well, yeah, it also drops at the open, but I don't see like a good opportunity to enter here. Like, even if you go to the pre-market, it's like I don't see like a good opportunity here. And I'm looking for a 15-minute this 178.50, 178.44. I mean, it's a subtle key level. Let's take a look on the 15 minutes. There's nothing here on the 15 minutes. Yeah. What about on the 5 minutes? Yeah, no, it just came back, bounce here out of a random place on the chart. I don't see anything here on the 178.40 or something like here. I don't see anything here. So no clear entry for me. And after this drop, it was just chilling there. So nothing too much for me. Red on Nvidia 1019. What you were trying on Nvidia here? 1019 here. The break and retest of this previous day close, pre-market low. Look at this. 1019. What the indices were doing. Notice that I had to pull down SPY chart. 1019. Look where SPY is. I know QQQ is like doing random stuff, but I wouldn't short Nvidia having SPY just like this, reaching 656, right? It's, I don't know, it's out of the context. It's just too much of a drop. Look at this. It's too much of a drop from 180 to 177. And well, I don't know. It's just the context. I don't like it too much. Tesla is flying right now. Let's take a look. Hey Mike, how you doing? Sven, 937. Order block. Remember the order block to be like powerful here. I mean, like the break and retest here, Sven. I don't know, my friend. Also, it's like a small drop here, right? Oh, I don't know. Kirban, yes, pre-market low. Yeah, like yeah, you were trying to take something like here, right? Break, retest of this pre-market low. Let's take a look to Nvidia on the 15-minute chart. Look at this. Let's go to the 1-hour chart. This is one very important thing with Nvidia. Let's do the 4-hour chart. After this squeeze, we just came back to this channel here. To this channel here, 180, 176. So I don't know, like I wouldn't trust a short play until we break this 176. Yeah, something like here. This is the daily 20 SMA. 176. Yeah, if we break 176, yeah, well then I will, like start looking for puts here. Also because we need to feel this guy. Well, we don't need, but usually this is something that we feel, right? This is the daily gap. Oh, this is a gap on the daily chart. So if we drop below 176, that's a short that I will take, but not here. Right here, we are just inside of this previous range. Can you see here? Support, resistance. Well, support on here. Resistance. Yeah. So just guys, on Nvidia, zoom out, look left. All right. Tesla, what's going on with Tesla? It's gonna hit 400 tomorrow. So yeah, for Tesla, we have different things, right? I think the first and most important is this one here, the break and retest of the 5-minute opening range, right here. Not sure what was Jack and Tony's entry, like here, 955, 956. This was a perfect break and retest of the 5-minute and the opening price. So you just wrote this, right? You just wrote this. The next potential entry is this one here. This is the break and retest of 354. 354 here, break, retest, and went higher and higher, and it's going even higher. But after these two entries, I think everything above this entry here is just chasing, in my opinion, right? It's like you open 350, now you are chasing an entry at 359. I don't think so, right? I don't think so. They entered 1004, 1004, something like here. Okay. Yeah, well, same key level here, right? Like the break and retest of this 5-minute opening range. What a nice entry. What a nice entry. They didn't have drawdown on this one. These guys are Tesla specialists. I don't know how they trust this one. You enter 956. Good one. That's the same one here. That's the same one here. Tocayo, you took calls 1004. 1004 right here on this one. Good, very good one. That's actually a very good one. Deepti, Tony took 956. This one here, as you can see, this is the same play, right? This is the exactly same play. Hey, pizza boy, how you doing? I'll go to QQQ in a minute, okay? So again, guys, I mean, if you were following market structure to the upside, yes, it actually worked. But in my opinion, if you miss this second entry here, this break and retest of 354, you were just chasing. I know this, I mean, this is just ripping, but look all of the time that it took, right? So do you have a different opinion? Do you think it will be like a nice entry, maybe the break and retest of this what is this, 358.44? I don't think so. He was out 70%, 957. Why? He said that? No, I don't think so, Dipti. No, these guys, they have a patience that, you know, it's crazy. Yeah, it's high of the day. It's just one candle here. Yeah, so I mean, I can think that they took some here, right? And they already had this 352 key level. Look at this 352 key level. Let's go to the 15-minute chart. 352 was these highs here. So yeah, so he might take some here at high of the day, but 70%, that's crazy. Why? Maybe he had a meeting or something, because he's always holding a lot on his trades. Wow. Well, again, it's high of the day, so you may take a lot here, and look at the runners, because he made like $10,000 or something like that, right? So just imagine the size of his position. He's usually taking like 50 contracts. So he later mentioned he still had 20 cons. Yeah. Wow. Well, just imagine that. So he had, I don't know, like 60 cons. Wow. 20K. Yeah, well, this is the power of runners, right? This is the power of runners. Neto, did Tony not take any other setup until Tesla setup? I don't know, Sam. I don't join the live streams because they are usually looking only calls, and if I'm not looking for the same thing, it's kind of noise for me, because they are messing with my reasoning, and they are messing with my. So I have my own. Oh, it started to rain. I have like my own thesis. I have my own preparation. So I don't join any live stream because it's messing my reasoning. Yeah, I think he just he's a guy that if he entered into a trade and it's working, he's not looking for more. All right, let's go to the next one, guys. This is Microsoft. Well, Microsoft is just playing in this area. So yeah, no. This is Palantir. This was a nice break and retest of this 166.28. Let me show you this 166.28. That was support to resistance. Support to resistance from yesterday, 15-minute chart. So this key level here, look how well it rejected. So once you start going below your 1 minute and your 5 minute opening range, this is something that you can take, right? And this actually worked pretty well all the way to the gap. And for some reason, it's respecting the gap. So that's a nice thing. And look how well it's reacting. So let's see if this thing brings something else. What else could you take here? Well, this is a nice retest of previous low of the day, right? This is the previous low of the day. break, retest, and this actually, look at this. I mean, this is not going any lower, but right here, it's a 1 to 2 point. Look at this, 1 to 2.5 risk reward. Ideally, this go to the low of the day and maybe fill the gap, but right here it's a 1 to 2.5 risk reward, and you may have something like this. Look at this. This was actually a 1 to 3 point something risk reward ratio trade. I like it. Apple, don't trust Apple. But you had this break and retest of the 5-minute opening range, and it was super clean, it was super neat, and it actually worked really well. This is 229, and 229, it's a 1 to 3.3 risk reward ratio trade. Guys, I don't like Apple, but well, this actually worked really well. Okay. Google. This was another that this was my 1.5 loss. Let me show you. Let me show you what I was trying here. This is what I was trying here on Google. This is the 15-minute chart. I was watching this head and shoulders break and retest of this support resistance flip zone, and well, I was watching this one here, right? So I had this break and retest of the previous day low, and I said like, oh well, this can be clearer than this. So I enter here, and I was to stop out like a few candles later. But later in the day, it was just being with a relative weakness than the indices, and it was just like chilling around here, around this previous day low. So once it broke again previous day low and retested here, I re-entered. This was kind of my 84% rule. I know I never take 84% rules, but I had like a lot of conviction on this because it was on the 15-minute chart. It was on the 15-minute chart, and I was like, oh well, I mean, Google has been overperforming the market, but at some time it has to cool off, right? So I entered here. It didn't work right away, but something happened on this candle and it gave me 40%. So I took like 50% of my position here, and then it started going back, and I took like 25% of my position on this next candle with 15%, and then I tried to close my position, like break even here, but it actually went negative. So I closed my position right here, 10.59, but for some reason this candle, can you see there's nothing on the indices like showing you a crazy thing? I went to Twitter trying to look for some news or something. I just don't get where this candle was from, but I took some advantage of this. So this was my 1.5 loss for the day. So I'm not sure if you guys took Google today. Anyone is looking at Google today? No. All right. Well, that was my Google play. Meta, well, just as Ramesh said, Meta is just chilling around this 5-minute opening range. Nothing too much to do here, and that's it for me, guys. That was it. So the one thing that I wanted to show you guys, it's well, I'm already done with the names, and I just want to show you something here. Give me 1 second. And well, guys, this is my new website. This is my new website. thank you for everyone that is actually sending me good vibes. I know, guys, I'm not a technical coach, so please don't push me there. If you have any question about setups, about indicators, about anything on technical, just come here. This session will remain free for everyone. This is just to help other traders understand what we do on the community, and also what I personally do with the break and retest tweak. But also, I'm a performance coach. I have been a business consultant and a business coach for more than 10 years, and now I'm applying all of my experience and knowledge on the trading arena. So if you guys are if you guys are looking for some assistance and support on developing good habits and routines to improve your mindset, to improve your risk management, to improve everything related to performance, well, this is the place. And I'm offering one-on-one coaching programs. And for all of you that you don't need the coaching program, or you can't just take a coaching program right now, I'm gonna start adding resources here. So you can come here. This is the very first thing that I'm giving away for you guys. This is the Traders Daily Performance Checklist. So you just click on download, and it's gonna open right here, and it's just a checklist for you guys that if you want to improve your morning routine, your pre-market routine, your in-market routine, and your post-market routine, this is a good place to start. Take a look to this, and you can print it. You can print it and just check the boxes every day, or you can just download this and have it as a guidance for you. All right. So, team, thank you very much. Traders, thank you very much. If you have any question about this performance coaching program, just let me know. You can reach me here on the contact us info. This is my email, neto@tradingperformancecoach.com. And if you are not interested in coaching, that's fine. It's just, you should know that I'm doing different things that just watching charts all the day, all the day long, right? So guys, thank you very much, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Remember, tomorrow is Friday. Rules for Friday. You know the drill. Please watch it. See you tomorrow. Bye.